Hello, you join me in another video. In this video I'm going to be fitting this stuff. It's upside down. This stuff, it's from a brand called Woodpecker. It is LVT, if you don't know what that stands for. It is a laminate vinyl tile. I'm trying to open the box, and it is in a herringbone style. So I'll just get one out. Yeah. So this LVT, it comes with like a rubber backing. It's like squidgy. That's your underlay. It also prevents it from sliding, although it is pretty slippery on this dusty surface at the moment. And it's got, if you look really closely, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's not smooth. It's got a textured front to it, so it does have grip, so you don't slide around on it. Dogs don't slide around on it. And it's semi-water resistant. I believe in America, my friend, he's just fitted some at his place, and it's called LVP there, so laminate vinyl plank.
Plank says your mouth runs faster than 6-month-old cheese, Eddie.
But it's quite expensive for what it is. It's obviously quite resilient to a lot of things, so you can put it in bathrooms, you can put it in kitchens, wet spaces, as well as having it in living spaces. So it's got all the benefits of regular laminate, but none of the downsides, it seems. But plan to fit it in this space, obviously plaster drying at the moment. And if I have enough, it will go down the hall as well. It's a bit dark, but there'll be an entrance mat, and then it will transition to the herringbone. That will go all the way across there and then out into the galley kitchen. So I've never fitted LVP before, but it's going to be fitted obviously in this space. Got chimney breasts and such to go round. So before I put you on time lapse, I'm just planning out the bond, how it will work. So I want it to obviously run through both rooms, out to here and then down the hall. Can't see, but yeah, so that's sort of how it looks. Setting up my laser to the middle of the room just to get a gauge, but I can either move it left or right so as to avoid little triangles, well, as many little triangles as I can, because I think I'm going to get some regardless against the chimney breasts, but that's just the nature of awkward shaped rooms. And then underneath the stairs, there's going to be something, I imagine. But we'll see. We'll put it on time lapse and I'll tell you what I learned afterwards. But yeah, enjoy.
You're pulling on my walls down. I've never been exposed like this before. I'm good at shutting you out. I've always had a way of keeping closed. Being hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're finding I've been too much on your plate, I'll keep hiding, calling out your name, calling out your name, calling out your name, calling out your name, calling out your name. Beating calling out your name. Tell me how you're feeling, since you got me out in the open. Now I'm ready to dive in. I know you told you it would be a slow burn. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're finding I've been too much on your plate, I'll keep hiding, calling out your name, calling out your name.
Transition strip around the bottom of the stairs, down here, past the radiator pipes, neatly done around the radiator pipes. Whoa. Next time I'm doing radiator pipes out the wall because that was so much effort. Try not to break any of the tongue and grooves. I've got embedded like core mat or whatever they're called, that's gonna have a threshold bar here, just to protect the flooring, keep most of the dirt down there. But yeah, hard bit's done, no threshold bar here, and it will just flow through nicely. I'll see how far I get. But yeah, it's been going quite well around the pipes over there as well. But yeah, gonna try see if I can get all the way to the end of the kitchen with the remaining 10 boxes. Very unlikely.
Sometimes I still hear your voice. It's telling me you'll catch my fall. So how do I feel the ground? I wear my heart, you wear a crown. Wish I wasn't late to know. Stars don't shine when there's only satellites. I feel like hell and you're in paradise. I'm so glad and yet I'm not. I was too blind to know. I fell harder than I thought when I fell for a demon.
Okay, so I don't know whether you're going past in time or forward in time, but this is where we're at. So kitchen units are all assembled. It's ready to go in. I've got my dishwasher. I just need to run the flooring in through here. So it needs to go underneath some of the units and run all the way down to the door. I've got these bits here, and I've got these 6 packs should I need more, which I certainly will. So I'm just going to work out my lines, how far I need to go to get underneath the kickboards. And there's some like end panels and stuff, so I do need to do it first, otherwise it's awkward with the trim and also lining through the herringbone pieces. Plus I keep damaging the edge, and if I keep damaging the edge I'm going to spend so much money on this flooring, and it's so expensive. It's expensive for me is how I should say it. People who pay for LVT know what they're getting, but I'd say almost 2-3 times the price of laminate for this herringbone LVT. It is strong, good stuff. It's just only weak on the tongues. If you catch the tongues, it's kind of a mess, but also as well you get a lot more weight. And already at nauseum, there's so much more waste than you would expect. But yeah, gonna run this in. Set up my chop station out here, my patio and garden. Again, I'm not sure what order this video will come out in compared to my other videos. So it may be going forward in time or going backwards in time, because we do a separate video on this kitchen, separate video on the outside of the house, the garden and everything. But yeah, I'll stick you on time lapse. You can watch me go through, lay this in the kitchen and see how I get on. Right, here I am, different day, different outfit. Didn't manage to run the flooring in immediately afterwards, but I'm about to now. I had a minor hiccup, so I had to do some patch plastering. I know this looks awful because it's blended in, but it's actually flush smooth to the wall. There's a patch of damp, this is all behind the unit, so although I did treat the kitchen, I had to take it all off, retreat it, and then replaster it myself, my first attempt at skimming. But I'm pretty happy with it. There's going to be a unit that butts up to it. I just wanted to get that in before I started the flooring and then covered the floor in it, because I don't want to be doing that. But yeah, watch the time lapse now. I'm going to throw this floor in. Say throw it in. I'm going to put it in gently. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. So I've managed to get most of the way across the kitchen. It's all underneath, trying to use the offcuts as well as possible. Really happy with this. Still got obviously skirting and whatnot, and there'll be a filler piece in here and a filler piece down here. My LEDs running all the way across. The kitchen is coming to a close. Need to get these all level, and that LED also running all the way across. Kickboards in, there's a few end panels, and I'm undecided at this point as to whether to do a mat here, but we will see. Everything is assembled. Need to do something about these worktops because I can't leave them here like this for too long, and the 4-meter one is a bit too much for me to lift on my own and worry about snapping it, so, or dropping it on this floor. Right, so I'm going to show you me putting the flooring together with the experience I've gathered doing all of this flooring. Excuse how messy it is, but it runs all the way downstairs. Currently preparing for carpet upstairs. Had to do some patch plastering repairs because of damp. But yeah, obviously I have sort of a clue of what I'm doing with this Herringbone LVT, because there's no joining strips, no threshold strips, bars or anything. It's all in one piece, all the way through out the house. I'm not full of myself with this one, but I'm quite proud of it. So I'll show you me putting a couple of pieces together, and hopefully you get some of my learnings. Yeah, so I'll show you that now. Okay, so you've got tongues, you've got left tongue, and you've got right tongue, as previously mentioned. It's literally just following the pattern. You can't turn them the other way and use them, so there is a lot of waste with the system potentially if you don't plan it out right. But you can see here, I've got a long bit here, so I've got one bit that comes across here and a bit that comes across here. You wouldn't butt two up like this, square with one another. So I can already tell which bit is going to be next, because it has to go in front of this bit, which ends here because it's got another plank running that way. So here, pull it right up. And you don't want to force these down because it's quite fragile. You will see me tapping it with a little hammer just to convince it for a tight gap, but I don't want to do it too hard because I've broken a few bits doing that. But that's essentially it. And then you repeat it 100 times over, do tricky cuts, but I'm angling it all up. So tongues go in, grooves go in, and then it just clicks in. It's got these little black retaining springs, it's plastic springs, and if you need to re-release them, there is this 5G tool, which you literally just poke down here, all the way down. It compresses the spring in the other bit, and then it allows you to peel it up. I'm not going to do that on these ones because it can actually damage them if you don't do it 100% right. But they do lock together really, really well. And yeah, just repeat that, do all my cuts, come to the end. I've got 2 boxes left and what's out here. Not sure whether I'll have enough to get to all the way to the end, but I may do a mat as it transitions to the outside. But yeah, I'll put you back on time lapse and you see how I get on.
Think about you a lot.
Done. What an absolute pain that was. I got really lucky as well because I came down to my last right hand piece. Have a look at this. All my left hand pieces. These are all my offcuts. These are right hand tongues, but where I've needed the corner for over down here. So it's literally down to the last box, last piece, rights. So all my triangles here wouldn't have cut it. But ready for skirting to go on all the way round. Might do a bit of trim along here because there is a cut edge. I don't think a silicone bead will cut it, so just a piece of black trim along the black doors. But I think it looks great. It's LVT, obviously, herringbone, right the way through. And yeah, there is quite a chunk of waste. You may have seen me gluing bits. That is where it's only got one join across one side, so I'll glue it to that piece and it just locks it in place and it can move with it. These bits don't really move because where it's a composite material, that's one of the perks of it. So yeah, it was gluing with the miter bond. You do need to do it in some places. They actually recommend it, the manufacturer of this stuff, that you miter bond it on those edges. But I think it looked great once the garden's done. Just need to have a bit of a tidy up and then go enjoy my dinner. You see the other bits of damp that I had to patch, repair, plaster. I'll be having lots of fun with the sander. But yeah, cured the damp finally. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave comments, all that stuff that YouTube people do. But yeah, I hope the video was fairly informative. Again, it's the first time me laying it. I've never done it before. I've done a herringbone laminate, but that was a lot more forgiving. You literally whack the planks together. It is rights and lefts in that scenario, but it's the same principle. This stuff is a little bit more fragile. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.